Hi, welcome to the Brief Book Reviews channel, otherwise known as An Old Guy Reviews the book that he's read this week. What's the old guy read this week? Well, the book I've read this week is this one. It's called Game, Set and Murder by author Judy Murray. It was released as a hardback here in the United Kingdom on the 3rd of July 2025 by Orion, and it's Judy Murray's third book. The first was a memoir called Knowing the Score. Second was a novel called Wildcard. So this is third book, second novel. Won't come as too much of a surprise that Judy Murray, professional tennis coach, mother to two professional tennis players, is writing a book with a tennis theme. But that shouldn't detract from the fact that this is a whodunit, a cosy crime murder mystery, if you will, and it stands alone on that. So don't let the, if you're not a tennis fan, don't let that put you off. It's still, worth a read on merit. Right, let's have the Waffle Cliff. What's it all about? The book is set in the setting of a place called the Royal Oaks Tennis and Country Club in the home counties. It was bought by Edward and Tamara Chappell many years ago. It was a bit run down, and they worked very, very hard to make it to a quality establishment. So, the club is on the up, and its players are doing well. So the book opens with people getting ready for a celebration day, and the ladies' team have won the South East District League. The four ladies involved are called Kristin and Vanessa, who are the Chappell sisters. They are Edward and Tamara's children. Their friend Hailey and their friend Beatriz, also known as BB. So Kristin, Vanessa, Hailey, and BB are about to receive an award because they've won the league. Very, very busy day. Everybody's getting ready for a great celebration. The lady that runs the club, Eleanor, here's somebody at the door and wondering what's going on. I've got enough to do today. And it's a guy delivering a cake. He's from a company called Cakeissimo. And she said, who's it from? He said, well, it doesn't say. And she opens the cake, and sure enough, it's a tennis court with miniature tennis figures. And she's thinking, this is really intricate. Somebody's gone to a lot of trouble, because those four characters definitely reflect the four ladies that have won the league. One, you can tell by the hairstyle. The other one, BB, always wears gold earrings. So she said, yeah, this is really good. But there was no indication where it's come from. And she thought, well, must be all right. I'll put it with all the rest, So the afternoon celebration kicks off, and everything's going well. Everybody's pleased. They're giving the girls great credit for winning the league, and they're wondering where their coach Jeremy is. Now, Jeremy is Kristin's, shall I say, husband. He's the coach of the ladies' team, and not the quiet, shy, retiring type. And they're wondering, where on earth is he? And sure enough, he rocks up a little bit late, but they're thinking, oh, well, he's going to want to share the limelight. Eleanor, the lady who's trying to organise the event, noticed that he's merrily looking at all the food and thinking, I'll have a bit of that. He's taking a bit of a cupcake, and she's thinking, oh, I'll have to put that to one side. And then he sees the big cake, the big celebration cake, the special one with the figures, and he's thinking, oh, I'll have a bit of that as well. And sure enough, he does, and very soon collapses, and very soon dies. And all of a sudden, a celebration is turned into a murder scene, or at least death by misadventure or whatever. He's dead, and they're not sure. Was it an accidental poisoning or was it a murder? And thus the tale unfolds. So we have the chaotic event happening at the start of the book, and then we see the tale told through the four women in the team, through Kristin, Vanessa, Hailey, and BB. And we have a retrospective, if you will. We have 5 weeks before, 6 weeks before, and we see that the four women have all got secrets. They're all hiding something. There are also the men involved. BB's husband Garrett is known to be a little bit not too worried about doing slightly dodgy deals, and certainly Jeremy, their coach, whilst he was a very much respected coach as a tennis player, his career was cut short, and a lot of people thought he was naturally talented, wasn't willing to put the work in. But there are also rumours that he threw games for money. So certainly a lot of the men in this book don't come out awfully well. So thus we have a mystery. We have a mystery where the tale is told by the four girls in the team and Eleanor, the lady that runs the club. And we find out that things have gone on in the past where, they've all got secrets. And if you look at it, there's quite a few of them have got reason to harm Jeremy. So it's not quite innocuous as it first looks. So that, in effect, is the tale. It's very cosy crime. Certainly, if you like your crime fast and furious with lots of action, this isn't for you. But it's a tidy little whodunit. The actual story is only 292 pages. And as I said, the four main characters, the four girls in the tennis team, have all got secrets that they're hiding. And those secrets eventually unfold as the book goes on. And we're left guessing right until the end of how and why Jeremy met his demise. So, good little cosy crime mystery. If I'm being picky, the one thing that did strike me is normally with a thriller you get the police lead, you get the law enforcement there, and whilst law enforcement is mentioned here, they're always in the third party. There's no strong police lead. I felt the book would have been slightly better if there was a focus on the police officers running the inquiry, because you would have liked to know what their thoughts are about these posh people at a posh tennis club with this mysterious circumstance. But as I said, that's been a little bit picky. And as I said earlier, also the men in this book don't come out awfully well, but again, that's been a bit picky. So I'd say this is a great summer read. It's a nice tidy little whodunit. It's an easy read. It's less than 300 pages, so take it on holiday with you, enjoy it. Nice little cosy crime mystery. So I think that's it for this week's brief book review. 10/10 till we do it again. Thanks for watching.